Well, we all colored in coloring books when we were kids, and despite the age of high tech, coloring is one thing that hasn't gone by the wayside. In fact, coloring is pretty big, real big, if you ask Wayne Bell, creator of Really Big Coloring Books. Wayne Bell is a small-town boy with big-time ideas.
And I asked people, I said, what do you think about these big coloring books? They're like, that's a really big book.
Thus the name of his company, Really Big Books. Plain and simple, coloring books that are, well, big. And the idea came very simply about 15 years ago at his family's printing company in Sikeston, where kids were coloring on paper scraps.
We took the pieces of paper and stapled them together and just made it into kind of like a blank coloring book for kids to play with. And it dawned on me that it could really be an actual book.
And this is what he came up with, a coloring book that's about 32 inches wide and 22 inches tall. His first book, Noah and the Ark.
When I first made this book, my grandmother at the time was 88 years old in 1988. I sent her the book and she colored every single page. And she mailed it back to me and says, that was really nice, go make another one.
That year he made 5,000 of them and they all quickly sold out. He eventually expanded. Now his books are printed at Mar Graphics in Valmeyer, Illinois. What followed was a succession of coloring books from 'Twas the Night Before Christmas to African American leaders and a revised Three Little Pigs.
I was at a convention 6 years ago and a little girl asked me, says, why isn't there a girl pig? And I just looked at her and she goes, well, how do you get baby pigs? So immediately I said, we got to put a girl pig in this book. And so we did. And in fact, I think it's the little girl pig at the very end of the story that captures the wolf.
Wayne's books are entertaining and educational. About 10,000 school districts across the country color with his books, and they're in 40 different countries. He also has a lucrative deal with Future Farmers of America. Now big city kids learn about farming the fun way. Wayne does the writing and a full staff of artists do the illustrating. And of course, he still colors, but the true test, the children.
We go to a lot of YMCAs, daycare centers, preschools, kindergarten classes, and I ask children what they think about the books. And most of them are like, oh, give me a crayon. That's what they think.
For Wayne, big dreams equals really big books.
I just consider myself a guy that makes these wonderful, great, colorful books that kids love. Their parents love them, their grandparents love them.
Really big coloring books can be found at local grocery stores and retail outlets. You can also order them over the internet like many school and church groups do. You can log on to our website, which is linked to theirs at ksdk.com. Click Show Me St. Louis, then show information, or you can call 800-685-0899. Books retail between $5.99 and $9.99. They'll also be giving out free coloring books 'Twas the Night Before Christmas at the Mid-America Holiday Parade next Thursday morning, which airs on News Channel 5.
Who would have thought coloring books would become such a big business? I just wonder.